This is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hi, I'm Ray Collins. Scott is in later on this afternoon. Our top story at noon: after nearly an 18-hour debate and over 24 party line votes, Obamacare is one step closer to repeal. ABC's Janai Norman has the story.
An all-nighter on Capitol Hill as the battle over Republican health care forged ahead.
Costs are skyrocketing. Deductibles are going through the roof. And this is what you've come up with. This is a bad joke.
One committee going until 4 a.m., another working through dawn and a full 24 hours.
Buckle in, because we will go until we're done with the amendments.
Democrats pulling out all the stops, doing everything possible to derail the new GOP bill.
I guess if we have to stay all night, I'll stay all night to offer my amendment. I don't think it's junk. I think it's an important idea.
At one point, debating an amendment to change the name of the bill to the Republican Pay More for Less Act. Meanwhile, many of the nation's leading health care groups, including AARP, are denouncing the plan, as one early review projects up to 10 million Americans could lose their health insurance. That's despite President Trump's promise of insurance for everybody.
He's in a very much of a sell mode.
Trump, the businessman turned president, now out to make a deal, reaching out to conservative critics who have called the plan Obamacare 2.0.
The bill as it stands now has serious problems, but I'm encouraged that the president indicated they're working to make it better.
The American Medical Association wrote a letter to Congress citing an expected decline in health insurance coverage and potential harm to vulnerable patients. But one conservative group has launched a $500,000 TV ad blitz to support the plan. Janai Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Here at home, there's a new interim city manager for Northport. Peter Lear was the city's finance director. The former city manager, Jonathan Lewis, took a job as Sarasota County assistant administrator. So for now, Lear will oversee the ongoing negotiations to bring the Atlanta Braves to a new facility in the West Villages area of Northport. Also new at noon, the regional chancellor of the USF Sarasota Manatee campus is resigning. Dr. Sandra Stone took the post back in 2014. She replaced Arthur Guilford, who retired. A national search is underway to find her replacement now. In the meantime, Terry Osborne will step in as the interim regional chancellor. The Manatee County School District is looking for public input on plans to expand and build new schools. The district is holding a town hall tonight at Buffalo Creek Middle School. You can go to the event tonight at 6 o'clock and meet and talk to officials about your thoughts about a new high school being built in Parrish. They also want input on what the school should be named. The meeting's tonight at 6 o'clock till 7:30 in Manatee County. Also in Manatee County, some new high-tech playgrounds are on the way. An update from our Jacqueline Matter. Jacqueline?
That's right, Ray. Those 3 new playgrounds will be handicapped accessible, making it easier for all kids to enjoy the great outdoors. Manatee County Commissioners approved a plan to build 3 brand new barrier-free playgrounds in the county. They'll be located at G.T. Bray Park, Tom Bennett Park, and Buffalo Creek Park. Commissioners want those parks to be more inclusive for all children. And one parent I spoke with says he thinks it'll be a better experience for those kids with disabilities who don't always get the chance to get out and be a kid.
Seating arrangements for kids who are like paralyzed or who have harder access to get into the parks, like special seats or special handles, so that way they're able to access the park more.
Well, fundraising to build those parks will begin in the coming weeks. Each playground is expected to cost about $500,000 to complete. Back to you, Ray.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Suncoast Congressman Vern Buchanan is recognized for his work with the YMCA. The National Board of the nonprofit gave him the Congressional Champion Award. It's in recognition of his work in support of young adults in the area. Buchanan spoke at a Y breakfast in D.C. yesterday. It was part of the YMCA's annual National Advocacy Day. And you want to enjoy the sunshine while you can, because Josh Stone says there's a change in the weather coming.
There is a change. There's always a change, right? Just wait 5 minutes.
That's true.
Nothing's going to change. But yeah, we are going to experience something that's been desperately needed here along the Sun Coast come this weekend. Let's talk about the present, though, and then we'll go to the future a little bit later. 80 degrees is our current temperature right now. The average is 75, so we're 5 degrees above our average. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies will be in our forecast for the rest of the afternoon, and it's also possible that an isolated shower could develop inland, so away from the coast, not affecting the beaches at all. No issues taking the boat out today with light and variable winds. And as far as the day planner, well, I was going to show that to you, but our temperatures will remain in the upper 70s for the rest of the afternoon, and then big changes come over the weekend. We'll break that down for you in a few minutes. Back to you, Ray.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Josh. An update now on a Palmetto man charged with second-degree murder. 83-year-old Eugene Matthews was in court yesterday for a bond hearing. The judge rejected the bond. Matthews is accused of shooting and killing Rebecca Rawson. Back in January, Rawson went to Matthews' home with her daughter and brother-in-law looking for their dog. Matthews allegedly began shooting when Rawson's brother-in-law approached the door. One of the rounds hit Rawson, who was back in the car, killing her. Matthews' attorney says the judge wanted to hear more about the state's allegations.
Disappointed. I would have liked to have the judge make a ruling. We were prepared. We had everyone in the courtroom ready to testify. However, I do understand that the judge wants to be fair to both sides, so we'll just have to come back.
Matthews is also charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. A Punta Gorda police officer is pleading not guilty in a shooting death during a Citizens Police Academy last year. Officer Lee Coel shot and killed 73-year-old Mary Knowlton while demonstrating a shoot-don't-shoot scenario last August. He says he thought there were blanks in his gun and was not aware of the live round. Coel faces manslaughter charges. Police Chief Tom Lewis also faces a charge of culpable negligence. Both officers are on administrative leave. New details about an incident involving a man allegedly trying to lure a child by offering him candy. It happened allegedly Tuesday on 11th Street West in Bradenton. Police say a man in a Ford station wagon offered candy to a 10-year-old boy and then drove away as the boy's grandfather, who you just saw, approached. That grandfather says he witnessed the entire thing.
My grandson is actually looking back at me and him at the same time, like you can see it on his face, like he know that this person is not right. At that point, when me and this guy make eye contact, he drops the candy on the ground and proceed to leave.
The man is described as a white male between 60 and 70 years old, white hair, wearing a yellow shirt at the time and driving a car like that one. If you can help, call Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS. Some confusion surrounding the paychecks of the Sarasota police officers. The Herald Tribune reports discrepancies in recent pay raises under new contracts has led to more than 140 officers being underpaid last month and 20 others being overpaid. The difference is about $9,000 total for each person. City officials are now working to handle the overpayments in particular. Now tonight, residents in Holmes Beach have a chance to speak with police during a community forum there. It's a Meet the Police event. The police chief will speak about community partnerships as well as code enforcement, public works, and protecting sea turtles. They'll also talk about current crime data and provide tips on neighborhood safety. It starts at 6 o'clock at the Holmes Beach City Hall on Marina Drive. If you know a veteran who deserves recognition, well, this next story is for you. The Florida Veterans Hall of Fame focuses on post-military contributions, including public service, business contributions, and civic duties. Up to 20 may be selected for induction each year in the hall, and anyone can nominate a military veteran. Anyone can. Nominations are being accepted until the end of May. Time to go to the kitchen now, where our guest chef for the day, Chef Bob Overhoser from Venice's Gold Rush Barbecue is here. And Chef, what's on the menu today?
Well, today we're going to get into St. Patty's Day spirit a little bit, and we're going to take a twist on shepherd's pie. It's actually a barbecue pork shepherd's pie, and to quote Lucky Charms, it's surprisingly magically delicious.
Magically delicious.
Yeah.
Very nice. We'll have that and more news and the forecast after this.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 4th annual Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. Saturday and Sunday, March 11th and 12th on Gulfstream Avenue in downtown Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
She's excited for you, and you want to be stunning for the big day. Treat yourself to a natural, youthful look and let your true beauty shine through. Dr. John Feza brings experience, artistry, and advanced technologies to help take years off your appearance. Enjoy all the years of bliss ahead with confidence. Call today to schedule a private consultation for a facelift, eyelid lift, firmer jawline, or laser resurfacing. Faces by Feza, only at Center for Sight.
It's the granddaddy of them all, the 89th Annual Arcadia All-Florida Championship Rodeo. March 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, the Arcadia Rodeo Association is proud to present this PRCA-sanctioned event featuring some of the world's best bull, bronc, and bareback riding, roping, barrel racing, and steer wrestling. For the little wranglers, there's a calf scramble and mutton busting. Gates open at 11 each day. For tickets, visit ArcadiaRodeo.com or call 800-749-7633. It's rodeo at its finest. Don't miss the 89th All-Florida Championship Rodeo, March 9th through 12th.
Check out this. This is Sarasota Bay looking westward out towards Longboat Key. A beautiful day, mostly sunny skies for us, maybe a few passing clouds, and that's about it. Let's show you the temperatures right now. Lovely conditions, 80 degrees here in Sarasota. The average is 75. You can't beat that, especially for spring training baseball weather. 81 out in Mayaca City, 82 in Arcadia. That seems to be the warm spot right now. So beautiful conditions around the Sun Coast, and our radar remains very quiet. There is really a weak front that's just to the north of us. It's slowly sagging south, might aid to a few isolated showers that could develop inland, but those will be away from the coast. You can see this on the water vapor imagery. The tan color shows us the dry air, but also where this front is, it's also parallel now with where the sea breeze is coming in from the west. So not a lot of lift mechanism for it to, the dynamics for it to work to cause any sort of scattered showers, but an isolated shower could pop up in the afternoon. As far as the futurecast goes, here's those isolated showers that could pop up later today, but for the most part, very quiet conditions, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. You notice the clouds kind of broke over here. This is a light, another weak cold front coming down from the north that's going to come into the area, not really cause much for us, maybe just a few passing clouds, and that's about it. But the system that hasn't developed yet, that's the one to watch, and that looks to come into our area by Saturday night into Sunday, and then by Monday morning, by the time it leaves us, we could be maybe totaling up to 1/4 inch of rainfall by the time it's all wrapped up, which is actually very good because we're down over 3.5 inches of rain since January 1st. High tide will be at 10:12 p.m., sunset around 6:36. And as far as the beach and boating forecast, northwesterly wind at 5 to 10 knots, seas just offshore at 1 to 2 feet. High today is right now 80 degrees, so very nice afternoon for us. But over the weekend, the system comes in. Looks like most of the rain will fall on Sunday and linger into Monday morning. And then another cold front comes our way by Tuesday, picks up the winds. And as you can see, the highs on Wednesday We may not even get out of the 60s, and lows in some areas could actually dip down into a very chilly upper 40s. So yeah, a little taste of winter here in Florida, but we'll rebound back into the 70s because we are in the month of March, right?
In our health news today, there is growing concern about yellow fever coming from Brazil. Health experts expressed their concerns in the New England Journal of Medicine. A yellow fever outbreak has taken over rural Brazil, and some worry that travel-related cases could occur in warmer areas like the Gulf Coast, but other experts say it's unlikely. As of this month, yellow fever had killed about 220 people. A new report doesn't bode well for strawberries. According to the Environmental Working Group, strawberries remain at the top of the list of produce with the highest concentration of pesticide residue. Pesticides, of course, are used to control pests such as insects, rodents, weeds, bacteria, mold. Now, the lowest concentration went to sweet corn and avocados. You might not realize how many kids are poisoned by hand sanitizers with their brightly colored bottles and unique smells. Kim Hutcherson has details in our Health Minute.
Hand sanitizers are great for cleaning your hands when you don't have access to soap and water, but they should be kept away from young children, especially if they contain alcohol. Between 2011 and 2014, there were more than 65,000 calls to poison control centers because children 12 and under were exposed to alcohol-based hand sanitizers. That's according to a new report from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Nearly 97% of the children under 5 who were exposed to alcohol-based hand sanitizers ingested them. Hand sanitizers can contain up to 95% ethyl alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. Ingestion can cause serious health effects for young children, including alcohol poisoning. Experts say hand sanitizers should be kept out of the reach of children and only used with adult supervision. Only dime-sized amounts should be used, and children should rub their hands together until they're completely dry. And if you suspect your child has ingested hand sanitizers, don't wait for symptoms to develop. Call Poison Control immediately. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
When you think of addictions, cheese might not come to mind, but according to one doctor, you should actually skip the dairy products altogether. In his new book titled The Cheese Trap, Dr. Neil Bernard calls cheese dairy crack. He says it's fat and addictive because the dairy proteins inside can act as mild opiates. He also says fragments of cheese protein attach to the same brain receptors as heroin and other narcotics. Cheddar cheese, by the way, is the most concentrated amount of cheese protein and can pack more calories than Coca-Cola and more salt than potato chips. The South Carolina woman who rose to social media fame after impersonating a pregnant giraffe welcomed her own bundle of joy. We told you earlier this week about Erin Dietrich, who gave birth to a baby boy. She posted a picture of herself with the mask on, holding her newborn. Over the weekend, she posted a Facebook Live video of herself walking around a bedroom wearing a giraffe mask and showing off her pregnant belly. You see, the video mocks the ongoing YouTube live stream of a pregnant giraffe named April at a New York City zoo. In fact, millions have been tuning in for the past 2 weeks, waiting for the calf's birth. Still to come at noon, spring training's off to a slow start for former college football star Tim Tebow. We'll show you. And an NBA Hall of Famer gives a pep talk to students. We'll tell you what he said next.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
What does it mean when New South Windows says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct prices.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Fort Florida Home.
By Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window, we manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ Sports Utility for $249 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 4th annual Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, March 11th and 12th on Gulfstream Avenue in downtown Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
In sports news, the leading passer in Dallas Cowboys history has been released from the team. Yeah, the biggest name in today's NFL free agency is Tony Romo. He's been their franchise leader with over 34,000 yards passing. That's more than Troy Aikman and Roger Staubach. But Romo has had a series of injuries, and during the most recent one, his replacement did so well. He replaced Romo as the starter. Dak Prescott led the team to a record 11-game winning streak. On the baseball field, it was a bit of a slow start for Tim Tebow yesterday. The Heisman Trophy-winning quarterback looked like a rookie in his spring training debut with the New York Mets. He went 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. He was hit by a pitch at one point. Tebow says it's all a learning process for him.
So, I mean, felt like I put some good swings when I swung. Didn't necessarily think some of those were strikes, and so I was just trying to hold off, and some of the guys in here thought might have been a little inside or so, but, you know, you just learn.
He always finds the glass being half full. The 29-year-old signed a minor league contract with the Mets last fall. And speaking of baseball, there's just one game in the area today, and that's the Pirates. They'll be in Port Charlotte to play the Rays at 1:05. The Orioles are off today. It's rare. And the Yankees have a game today against the Atlanta Braves in Central Florida. It's education first, then basketball. That's the lesson that Magic Johnson brings to kids in Virginia. He stopped by a middle school in Roanoke to share his experiences. This particular school recently partnered with Johnson's food service company. The Hall of Famer talked about the importance of education and the high school principal who taught him to be a leader.
I wanted them to know that I believe in them because somebody believed in me. My teachers believed in me, and so that helped me out a lot.
Good to have mentors. Johnson was recently named president of basketball with the Los Angeles Lakers. He's done quite well for himself. Let's go back to the kitchen now. Josh is with Bob. They're talking about barbecue today. Hi, guys.
All right. Yeah, I think I had marbles for breakfast this morning. I don't see any marbles on this table here. So what do we have today?
Well, you know, it's fun because St. Patty's coming up. St. Patty's Day is coming up, and I thought we'd do a twist on the shepherd's pie. You know, and everybody's all about corned beef and cabbage for St. Patty's Day, but really, a shepherd's pie is a true cooking of Ireland and cooked throughout the year.
And what's in a shepherd's pie, though?
Originally, it was lamb, and that's turned into beef, and some people do turkey, but today we're going to turn it into pork, and it really is delicious. We're going to use a pork shoulder. You know, and we cooked this at Gold Rush for about 8 hours at a low smoke overnight. This pork shoulder is funny because it's called pork shoulder, it's called pork butt, and you know, the reason it came with that name, pork butt, is back in the 1700s when the butchers would cut the pork, they would cut the shoulder, which is at the top of the pig here, but it was considered like a secondary piece of meat, so they'd throw it into a barrel. When that barrel was full, they call it a butt, so came the name Boston pork butt. But it's actually a shoulder, and we like to use the bone in because we feel it has more flavor, and you can see after it's cooked, it's all nice and moist inside. Now, at Gold Rush right now, we just started offering frozen vacuum-packed pork. And this is available to go at Gold Rush, and when you want to eat it, you just put it in a pot of boiling water for about 15 minutes, and it's hot and fresh and ready to go.
And that's it, huh?
That's it, and it's good in your freezer for up to a year. So we're excited about that product. And this one bag will make 4 sandwiches or 16 sliders or 2 nice dinners. But let's get started with what we're doing today. So we're going to take the chopped pork that, you know, we heated up in the bag here. And, you know, as all shepherd's pie, the meat is always cooked, whether it's the hamburger or the lamb or the turkey.
You have to put olive oil or anything like that?
You don't have to, because you already cooked the meat when you get ready to make a shepherd's pie. And this is a great recipe if you're a home smoker and you have some leftover pork, or you had a pork roast and you want to do something creative with it, or you want to come to Gold Rush and get some chopped pork to make your own at home. But it's already fully cooked and ready to go. So it's basically, after that, a process of putting it together. So we're going to add a little bit of black pepper, which is always nice, gives a teeny bit of spice.
I love pepper.
And then about a cup of corn, which is a traditional item in most shepherd's pie, as well as some...
And the peas.
Peas,
Yeah.
gotta have your peas. And then I like to put a little bit of the French's toasted onion, crispy onions, to give it some flavor. And then, of course, that magic ingredient, barbecue sauce. You know, barbecue sauce is much more than just a sauce to put on top of meat. You can actually cook with it, and there's so many flavors and spices in it already. You've got your seasoning done. Notice all I had to add was that black pepper, okay, and we're ready to go. So now we're just gonna toss this up a little bit, because as it's cooking, the sauce is all gonna mix in with the pork fat.
You're gonna hear it sizzle. You want it to brown it at all?
You're not going to, because it's actually gonna be baked in the oven.
Okay.
Okay. Now, all traditional shepherd's pie have mashed potatoes on top. We're gonna doctor them up a little bit with, you know, prepared mashed potato that you've already made with some sour cream. And about a half a packet of ranch dressing mix. This gives you your salt and, again, any seasonings that, you know, would remain that you have to use. So this is about as simplistic as it gets. Okay, so just...
That looks incredible.
Mix that up. We're doing okay on time?
We are about less than a minute, I believe.
All right, we're good then. So now you just put the mashed potatoes on top. And with that, spread them over top, kind of like you're icing a cake. You don't want to mess it up too much, because then you'll get all that meat inside your potatoes. But
It's really a work of art here.
Isn't it something? Look, see, I got a little messy, but I can cover it up. All right. Now, the favorite part of shepherd's pie is that cheddar cheese. I think we were talking about a little earlier. It's very addictive, isn't it? I could eat it on about anything. So just top off that shepherd's pie with the cheese. Spread it out a little bit. And then some more of these fried onions.
Okay. Only have a few more seconds here.
It's going to go in the oven on 350.
And what's our final product look like? Oh my gosh.
It'll go in the oven on 350 for about 45 minutes.
Wow.
You're ready to go.
That looks terrific.
Huh?
Well, of course, you can go to the mysuncoast.com webpage and click on the dining tab and get this recipe or other recipes. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back. This looks incredible. Wow.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Car experts and customers agree there's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Cancer does change people's lives. It is frightening. The treatment for fear is hope. And what works for you is not necessarily going to work for somebody else. It does take a whole team. This is a facility that really cares about the outcome of the patients. So our job at Sarasota Memorial Hospital is to meet the needs of that individual. any way we need to meet them.
It's the granddaddy of them all, the 89th Annual Arcadia All-Florida Championship Rodeo. March 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. The Arcadia Rodeo Association is proud to present this PRCA-sanctioned event featuring some of the world's best bull, bronc, and bareback riding, roping, barrel racing, and steer wrestling. For the little wranglers, there's a calf scramble and mutton busting. Gates open at 11 each day. For tickets, visit arcadiarodeo.com or call 800-749-7633. It's rodeo at its finest. Don't miss the 89th All-Florida Championship Rodeo, March 9th through 12th.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
And welcome back. Topping our half hour for the first time, the family of an Indiana girl murdered and found on a hiking trail is now speaking out. Her friend was also killed. Now, investigators are trying to figure out if the case is connected to a 2012 cold case in another state. ABC's Kenneth Moten explains.
A possible link to an Indiana murder mystery.
This horrible crime has torn a hole in our families that'll never heal.
Mike Patty, the first family member to speak about the killing of his 14-year-old granddaughter, Liberty German, and her 13-year-old friend, Abigail Williams, on a trail in Delphi, Indiana. This photo and this voice, along with a Snapchat picture on Liberty's phone, some of the only clues to the crime.
Really study the picture and listen to the audio clip. Someone out there knows this person.
But in a disturbing twist, investigators are now comparing notes with the detectives of an eerily similar cold case in Iowa.
Everything just started coming back to me.
Drew Collins says on July 13, 2012, his 8-year-old daughter Elizabeth and his 10-year-old niece Lyric Cook never returned home. Collins pointed out in both cases, the girls taken in a secluded area, their bodies found in wooded terrain, the crimes committed on the 13th of the month.
2 kids at once is a very uncommon thing to have happen, and also just being on the 13th of the month just kind of struck me as really odd, all the things together.
But those similarities may only be a coincidence. Our legal analyst says investigators will look for a common thread, but if the cases are crimes of opportunity, they will be harder to link. In Indiana, 11,000 tips so far, and the reward is up to nearly $250,000. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, New York.
An overnight call to 911 led to the rescue of 8 women from a sex trafficking mansion in Atlanta. Police received a call from a woman early Tuesday morning. She told them she and other women were at the mansion to work as dancers. She says her boss told her she could leave any time but threatened to kill her if she tried. The nearly 7,000 square foot house is in a suburb of Atlanta, in a very wealthy area. And in fact, those who live nearby say it's not the house you'd suspect these types of crimes.
This takes a lot of time and effort for these girls to recuperate. Lots of counseling, and hopefully these girls will be able to get that.
Police arrested 33-year-old Kendrick Roberts on charges of false imprisonment and trafficking of persons for labor. They think he used false promises to draw the women to the mansion. All of the women are in safe locations now, and none appear to be physically harmed. 2 firefighters responding to a house fire get blasted by a backdraft in West Palm Beach. The men were bringing the hose up to the front door at the time. They were injured, but that didn't stop them from finishing the job. The fire is believed to have started in the garage. Fortunately, the residents were not home at the time. New York State deals with some Florida-type hurricane winds. Winds near the Rochester airport got close to 81 miles per hour. More than 200,000 people lost power from western New York and the Buffalo area up to Lake Ontario's southern shoreline. So far, no serious injuries have been reported. And these winds are also wreaking havoc right now in the Midwest. Details on that from ABC's Alex Perez.
Overnight, vicious winds wreaking havoc across the nation. In Michigan, gusts up to 68 miles per hour.
It's scary to think that the winds are that strong it can lift a carport up.
This morning, the NTSB investigating after this plane carrying the University of Michigan men's basketball team slid off the runway after trying to take off in high winds.
We have a few people banged up a little bit, but other than that, everybody's healthy.
Brutal winds ripping off school roofs. In Detroit alone, more than 800,000 homes without power. 5 dying in this apartment complex. The powerful winds fueling the flames, making escapes nearly impossible.
There are civilians jumping out of the windows at the location.
It was a horrendous fire to fight. So we've got these high winds, and it just drove that fire right through the building.
The fierce bursts toppling tractor trailers across the Midwest. Watch as one on a busy Ohio highway gets knocked over. And here in Chicago, power lines popping, even sending chunks of glass flying from the 38th floor of this skyscraper.
And if you're driving in windy conditions, officials say big SUVs and vans are more susceptible to being pushed or flipped over by the wind. So they say it might be best to park somewhere safe and wait it out. Alex Perez, ABC News, Chicago.
Not that bad here, but we do have some rain and wind in the forecast, Josh.
Yeah, big changes come our way, especially by the latter part of the weekend and into early next week. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but let's enjoy the present. Very nice conditions right now. Temperature is topping out right now in the lower 80s, and really this is our highs for the day. 80 degrees right now in Sarasota, 81 in Mayaca City, 81 in Arcadia, 82 in Lake Placid. That seems to be the warm spot right now. Nothing on the radar. We will have maybe an isolated shower that pops up later on this afternoon, but that's going to be isolated and inland and away from the coast. So mild conditions over the next several hours. Enjoy another nice day tomorrow. It's always nice on Friday anyway, but it's going to be nice for the weather. But like I said, changes come our way for the weekend, and we'll talk about it in a few minutes. Ray?
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Josh. The CIA is pretty much staying silent about a new WikiLeaks hacking allegation. WikiLeaks released about 9,000 pages of intelligence documents. The agency is not confirming the documents' authenticity or acknowledging any kind of breach at all. But according to WikiLeaks, the documents go into detail about bypassing or defeating encryption, antivirus tools, and other protective security features for computers, mobile phones, and even smartphones as well. Well, some good news from the IRS. Yeah, the number of identity thefts has gone down. Big. According to the agency, victims have dropped 46% from last year alone. People had their identities stolen by criminals who used their social security numbers and birth dates to obtain fraudulent tax refunds. The IRS stopped about 1 million phony refunds from being issued last year alone, which totaled over $6 billion. The agency has been partnering with tax preparers and state agencies who share information about potential threats and scams. Hawaii is filing a lawsuit to stop President Trump's travel ban. The new ban bars new visas for people from 6 predominantly Muslim countries. It also temporarily shuts down the U.S. refugee program. Hawaiian officials say the order will harm the state's Muslim population, tourism, and also foreign students as well.
There is a significant Muslim population that lives here in Hawaii. I've met them. They're amazing people. So they are people who live amongst us, who are great, who shouldn't be discriminated or treated as second-class citizens just because they're Muslim or from a certain country.
Well, stay tuned. The new ban takes effect a week from today, but the day before Hawaii's case goes to court. That is next Wednesday and Thursday. On to consumer news now. Radio Shack is closing 200 more stores. The electronics retailer filed for bankruptcy for the second time in just over 2 years. Radio Shack's president says several reasons, including a partnership with wireless carrier Sprint and also lower profits than expected. 1,300 Radio Shack stores still remain open nationwide. Here at home, educational features have been added to the Venice Trolley. The trolley now includes an audio recording of the city's historical highlights that includes details on buildings, early government, and the Venice Army Air Base. The trolley runs until April 16th, Tuesdays through Sundays from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Some amazing video now from New Jersey that has one man being called a hero. This elderly woman was crossing some railroad tracks when a train approached, and there goes John Mango, jumped from his car, ran out, tried to catch her. He did. He's a hero in New Jersey.
The train was really coming. I sprinted under the tracks and I pulled her by the arm. She was scared, like I was trying to do something. She actually stopped because she was scared. So then I tried grabbing her arm and I really tried starting pulling her, and you know, she was having a lot of trouble.
What a hero he is. The train missed the woman by mere seconds. Police thanked the Good Samaritan for coming to her rescue just in the nick of time. Whew, close one there. Still to come, it's not her first rodeo. Linda Carson takes us to Arcadia for an update on an annual event that's gotten bigger by the decade.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 4th annual Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. Saturday and Sunday, March 11th and 12th on Gulfstream Avenue in downtown Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500 starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Welcome back, and good to see you on this Thursday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi today, and you can't ask for a more beautiful day. 80 degrees right now outside. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Wind west-southwest at 7 miles per hour. Not a lot to show you here. There's a weak cold front slowly moving south. It's probably going to stall out and then slowly move back up north, but it could be responsible to help trigger a few isolated inland showers this afternoon, but those will be inland and away from the coast. Boy, very chilly temperatures up to the north. It's only 4 degrees at this time here at Minot, North Dakota, 28 here in Minneapolis, 40 over in Chicago. And you can see where the jet stream is, that boundary between the cold air to the north and the warmer air to the south. Unfortunately for us, this is going to buckle and have all this cold air spill southward, and looks like we'll start to get a taste of that chilly air as we get into the early part of next week. We'll show you that when I show you the 7-day outlook in just a second. But as far as our futurecast goes, maybe a few isolated showers could develop inland this afternoon. You're going to notice another front comes down from the north. It's weak, though, not going to bring us much other than a few passing clouds on Friday evening, and that's about it. But everything looks very quiet until the weather changes come Saturday and into Sunday, when we're going to get some rainfall, and we're talking about widespread rainfall by the time this wraps up on Monday morning, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch of rain, and which is great because we're down 3.5 inches of rainfall since January 1st. So we desperately need some rain here along the Sun Coast. High tide will be at 10:12 this evening, low tide at 6:06 tomorrow morning, sunset at 6:36 tonight. For the boaters, northwest wind at 5 to 10 knots, seas just offshore, 1 to 2 feet. The high is happening right now, 80 degrees, so it's a beautiful day outside. But the changes happen over the weekend with the system coming in here. Better chance for rain will happen on Sunday, lingering into Monday morning. And then a reinforcing shot of cold air comes our way on Tuesday, picks up the winds, and we may not even get out of the 60s for highs on Wednesday. Ray?
Change in the way. Thank you, Josh. Several invasive species taking over Florida waters could slowly disappear under new legislation being proposed in Tallahassee. Lawmakers are being asked to approve $600,000 over the next 2 years to fund a new pilot program to hunt non-native lizards, lionfish, and a number of snakes, including Burmese pythons. The proposal would involve contracting with hunting and fishing teams to capture the animals.
I truly believe that this program is to basically shine a light and to basically put a dent into what we have today, which is a proliferation of invasive species that are multiplying faster than we can react to.
So far, the legislation has passed 1 out of 3 committees in both the House and the Senate. It's a Suncoast tradition that began in the pioneer days, and now it's even more popular. Our Linda Carson visits the Arcadia Rodeo.
The Arcadia Rodeo has thrilled audiences for 89 years.
Founded in 1928 by the American Legion. They were trying to raise money to build their new building. And they ran about 4 years and got enough money and they quit.
Then Terry Wells' dad, his grandfather, and a friend took over the rodeo, and it's been going strong ever since.
It's the oldest, the largest, and the best rodeo east of the Mississippi River.
It kicks off Thursday.
You'll see the finest bucking stock known to man. Frontier Rodeo Company puts on. Heck of a show, got wonderful animals. The world's best cowboys you'll see. Bullfighters, clowns, acts, and just hardworking cowboys, hardworking people, and people that love the sport.
And anytime there's a bull rider in the arena, professional bullfighter Blue Jeans will be there too.
When the cowboys ride the bulls are mean. And when they dismount the bull, whether the bull throws them off or they make an 8-second ride, my job is to distract that bull and make that bull chase me instead of chase the cowboy. Give him a chance to get up and get away.
It's a pretty dangerous job.
There'll be 2 of us out there fighting bulls, and we try to work as a team. If one guy gets in trouble, the other guy tries to help, and we go. It's kind of a back and forth, distracting the bull to give those cowboys a chance to get up and get away.
His partner in the ring is rodeo clown Keith Isley. Isley's armed with this barrel.
This is kind of like an island of safety or a way to get away from a bull that's chasing you.
The barrel is padded inside and out so it doesn't hurt the bull when he hits it, and it doesn't hurt the cowboy clown inside.
This barrel weighs about 170 pounds. I weigh 185, and I have had a bull to turn it over, stick a horn in it, and pick it up with me in it. Now that, people, is entertainment at your best.
He also has a trick horse that smiles for the audience and takes a bow. And a miniature horse with its own bag of tricks. It is going to be a great show with lots of laughs and lots of thrills.
The saddle bronc riding, the calf roping, the bull riding, the steer wrestling, calf roping. Any time one of these contestants nods their head as to call on for their animal, their competition, it could be the highlight of their career or it could be the end of it.
The Arcadia Rodeo starts Thursday and it goes through Sunday. It's one of the biggest things to come to this state all year long. There'll be excitement every minute, and this is one of the guys that you can meet here. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Watch behind you there, Linda. Great story. In Venice, you can get a piece of history and American exploration. Replicas of Christopher Columbus's ships, the Pinta and the Nina, will be docking at Fisherman's Wharf Marina this afternoon. They'll be available to tour beginning tomorrow. Tickets are $8 for adults, $7 for seniors, and $6 for students. The ships will be open every day from 9 to 6. They'll be in Venice until Tuesday. Still to come, one actress is showing off her new figure in a national magazine. And happy birthday to Barbie. Can you guess how old? Those stories and more coming up next. Stay with us.
the official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Port Florida Home.
By Florida workers.
Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Robotic surgery is changing medicine. The robot has better vision than a human. You can see 10 times better magnification than the human eye, but it takes a human eye to run the machine. In fact, it takes multiple human eyes to treat a patient. We've perfected the team, we've perfected the procedure, and the more experienced the team, the better the quality outcome.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 4th annual Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. Saturday and Sunday, March 11th and 12th on Gulfstream Avenue in downtown Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
An actress is showing off her slimmer side on social media. Gabourey Sibe had weight loss surgery last May. The actress goes into detail about it in an interview with People magazine. She says she had the surgery after being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. In her new memoir, she also writes about her struggles with depression, anxiety, and bulimia. The 33-year-old is the star of the hit TV series called Empire. One of the most notorious unsolved murders in the music world happened 20 years ago today. Back in 1997, rapper Biggie Smalls, whose real name was Christopher Wallace, was killed in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles. His death came just 6 months after rival Tupac Shakur was killed in a drive-by in Las Vegas. Both murders are still unsolved. A TV series about the shootings is in production on the USA Network. 30 years ago today, one of rock's most influential albums was released. The Joshua Tree was the 5th disc from U2. It sold over 25 million copies, making it one of the best-selling albums of all time. A popular song off that album was With or Without You. In honor of the anniversary, the band is treating fans to a Q&A session on Facebook this afternoon. Season 2 of the ABC drama called The Catch premieres tonight here on Channel 7. It'll pick up where Ben, who's played by Peter Krause, went to prison for Mireille Enos' Alice at the end of last season.
It's out.
I get out somehow.
Yes. And so he's doing
doing that. And my company's in shambles, and so I'm taking clients that I wouldn't necessarily have taken before.
There's also a couple of new cast members as well, including a former Grey's Anatomy star, T.R. Knight. It airs again tonight, 9 o'clock, right here on ABC7. And finally, happy birthday to Barbie. The iconic doll turns 58 years old today. Looks good still. Barbie first came on the scene back in 1959 at a New York toy fair. Good trivia there. Her creator was Ruth Handler. Said she wanted to create a doll that will inspire girls to live out their dreams. Well, she did a good job. Barbie, of course, along the way has been a nurse, a firefighter, an astronaut, and also a president. Of course, we had G.I. Joes. At least I had G.I. Joes growing up. Was that before your time?
You had the original G.I. Joes.
Yes.
I had like the little action figure ones.
I'm sorry to hear that, yes. We've got some sunshine out there today, but we've got some rain this weekend, you tell us.
Yes, the weather changes in just a few days from now. So let's enjoy the nice mild conditions, but by Sunday, rain comes in and the winds pick up. And as you can see, we may not get out of the 60s on Wednesday, and lows could actually, in some locations, drop down into the 40s. So a little taste of winter coming back, at least for maybe a day or so.
That's all we want to take. That's right.
There you go. We can handle it.
That's not why we're here, for cold weather. Thank you, Josh. Our next news at 5. Have a nice afternoon, folks.